Jean-Claude Van Damme is known for making some of the greatest action movies of the 80s and 90s. Steven Seagal also has a reputation for making movies. But who really is the best? Today, we compare their 1991 revenge movies, Van Damme's Double Impact, against Seagal's Out for Justice, and we let science answer that question once and for all. Round 1, the better dresser. In Double Impact, Van Damme puts on an ass-kicking fashion show as he rocks these glute-bursting tights, this slick leather jacket, and this entire outfit that just screams, "I'm Van Damme, I can make anything look fucking awesome."
Did you pick these out yourself?
In Out for Justice, Seagal throws on whatever random shit he can find and dresses like he's the Nightman, but instead of cat eyes, he wears a fucking baseball mitt, then decides that's not stupid enough.
Oh my God.
So he says, American police wear berets, right? No, they fucking don't, and you look like a goddamn idiot. Point Van Damme. Round 2, the better driver. In Double Impact, after taking out an entire criminal organization, Van Damme caps it off by stealing one of their trucks. But he's not done yet. While still driving the truck, he manages to kick this son of a bitch so hard, he blows the fuck up. Holy shit. In Out for Justice, Seagal finds the guy he's after and has him right where he wants him, but then instead of following him on the road, he takes a shortcut and what the hell is he doing? He tries to play it off like he did that shit on purpose, but it's obvious to everyone that he really fucked up. And surprise, surprise, the guy gets away. Good job, dipshit. Point Van Damme. Round 3, the better villain. In Double Impact, Van Damme faces two main villains. There's Zhang, who's the brains and the leader of the entire Chinese triad.
So what's your answer?
Go fuck yourself.
Then there's the muscle, Chong Li, who's still bitter about giving Van Damme 15 minutes to gather himself after blinding him in the Kumite. In Out for Justice, the main villain is Richie, who doesn't have brains or brawn. He's so pathetic that the only two people he's able to kill face to face are this middle-aged lady
I'm an asshole, huh?
and wheelchair Pau Gasol.
Get out of your misery.
How is anyone supposed to take this overweight doofus seriously? Not him. I mean the one who parts his hair in the middle like an 11-year-old. Point Van Damme. Round 4, the best weapon. In Double Impact, Van Damme uses handguns, submachine guns, rifles, knives, glass bottles, exploding alcohol crates, your own self-doubt. You name it, he uses it. But we all know the weapons of ass destruction known as his spin kicks are the greatest weapons mankind has ever known. In Out for Justice, Seagal suddenly thinks he's Homie the Clown and starts hitting people over the head with a rolled up sock or some shit. I don't know, it's fucking stupid. Point Van Damme. Round 5, the better henchman. In Double Impact, Van Damme takes on a wide variety of henchmen that include highly trained hitmen, terrorists, female bodybuilders, obnoxious Brits,
What are you, the ballet teacher or what?
Chinese businessmen, even a fucking telephone, In Out for Justice, Seagal takes out these poor deli employees who are just trying to get by in this crazy world. And this fucking idiot who starts unloading into an empty hallway for no reason, and Seagal takes him out by blindly firing around a corner and just hoping for the best. And finally, this jackass in an ugly tracksuit whose gun Seagal bravely points away from himself and towards his wife and kid in the next room. Point Van Damme. Round 6. Best show of emotion. Double Impact is chock full of powerful emotional moments that only an actor of Van Damme's caliber could ever pull off. From confusion to humor.
What's it supposed to do? Make my dick bigger?
To stay out of this. To good old-fashioned go fuck yourself.
You go fuck yourself.
And even I'm a Baby, whose parents were just murdered. Van Damme does it all. In Out for Justice, I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be,
Yourself as fast as you can.
but it's all Seagal's got. Point Van Damme. Round 7, the best fight. In Double Impact, Van Damme fights Chong Li, who's throwing flammable barrels at Van Damme, who kicks that shit right back at him, and that's not even the best fight. The best fight is when Van Damme divides by 0 and fights fucking Van Damme. The only way this scene could be any better would be if they flew out to Thailand and hit up a bar. In Out for Justice, I don't know, that sock thing I guess. Who fucking cares? 2 Van Dammes worth of points. Van Damme. Round 8, the better plot. In Double Impact, 2 Van Dammes are out to avenge their murdered parents and unleash hell on earth upon the entire city of Hong Kong. Along the way, they bring down the entire Chinese triad and these asshole fish. In Out for Justice, Seagal's out for revenge too, so he hits people with socks, drives like an idiot, and illegally arrests the elderly and women.
You have not even told me what I have been arrested for.
Not only that, but everything Seagal does is pointless, since not only is Seagal after him, but so is the Mafia
Get him.
and the entire NYPD.
Every available officer. We got ALs at the tolls, airports, trains.
The Mafia literally gets to him 10 seconds after Seagal. Point Van Damme. Round 9, the most athletic. In Double Impact, not only do we get this incredible display of flexibility, but we also see the jumping of Spider Dam, the swimming of Aqua Dam, and the strength of Cap Dam America as he stops a moving car with one hand and then fights a house and fucking wins. In Out for Justice, Seagal runs again. Point Van Damme. Round 10, the best kill. The best kill in Double Impact is literally the greatest kill in movie history. After kicking the shit out of Chong Li figuratively, he then does it literally with 5 jumping spin kicks to the face, which sends him flying into this poorly wired panel. In Out for Justice, the greatest thing that was killed was any chance of ever taking Seagal seriously after seeing shit like this. Point Van Damme. Round 11, the best line. In Double Impact, Everything Van Damme says is goddamn poetry.
Go f yourself.
But if you have to pick one, it would have to be this.
Hey, bro, we did it! You fucked up.
In Out for Justice, everything Seagal says is fucking dog shit. And this is by far the best line in the entire movie.
My balls!
Point Van Damme. Round 12, the final round, the best co-star. In Double Impact, while Van Damme's clearly the main star, his co-star gives him a run for his money as it's another Van Damme. Holy shit! In Out for Justice, who fucking cares? It's not Van Damme. Another 2 Van Damme score for Van Damme. The final score after 12 rounds is Van Damme infinity times infinity, and Seagal doesn't get a score because he fucking ate it. Your winner, Van Damme. Congratulations, Van Damme. I know beating Seagal isn't much of an accomplishment, but on behalf of the world, thank you. We'll never be able to repay you for all the joy you've brought us.